Hello everyone, it's Akari, big Sonic nerd and professional yapper. Welcome! Sit down and get some popcorn, since today I shall tell you about some of the worst experiences I've had while reading a comic. So bad they sometimes gave me a migraine. Funnily enough, it was with the SONIC IDW comics. But before we start, quick intermission, I gotta ask fast for you to subscribe. It is a huge help on my channel and it's free! And you get more videos and art like this. So if you haven't, pretty please consider liking and subscribing. Shameless self-promo aside, back to the video. A quick disclaimer. I am by no means saying that SONIC IDW is bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. I love those comics with all my heart, and I've been following them ever since they started way back when, and I think everyone that works in them are incredibly talented people. And I think that's one of the reasons why, along with the 1, I am incredibly attached to the Sonic characters, and 2, I take fictional stories way too seriously that it affected me so much. That and another slight detail. Anyways, take a guess, lovely viewer, on which arc of the comics I am talking about. The one that absolutely broke me. Ding ding ding! For those who said the Metal Virus arc, then congrats, you are absolutely correct. For those lucky enough to have joined the Sonic IDW bandwagon a bit later, here's a little backstory. That arc started at the 12th issue back in 2019. And it was all fine and dandy until it hit 2020 as a certain event was happening in real life. And well, if you read the name of the arc, Metal Virus, then I guess you have an idea of what detail I'm talking about. The panini. And okay, listen, I can't say the word because I don't know if dear old YouTube would get angry at me, so you get what I mean. But yeah, wasn't that a time to be a Sonic fan, am I right? Though, from now on, here's a little warning. This video will contain the oh so dreaded spoilers, so if you haven't read the comics, go on. What are you waiting for? Pause the video and catch up, mate, because the rest of the video won't make sense if you haven't read them. But for those truly intellectual folks that have read the comics, and those who couldn't bother to read all of that, let's go. Here's a brief recap, straight from the wiki. The Metal Virus was a synthetically concocted virus created by Dr. Eggman that transmutes organic matter into metallic matter. Its purpose was to turn people into robotic slaves for the Eggman army, called Zombots in the comics. However, the virus quickly fell out of control and spread throughout the entirety of Earth. And oh, where to start? This comic arc, for Sonic standards, it's pretty hardcore. At some times I was even wondering if this was the direction the Sonic the Hedgehog series was heading, because it was scary. And dang it, I was all aboard! Of course, they reined back on the scary factor on later issues, but man, I never thought I'd actually get scared by a Sonic the Hedgehog comic. Well, technically one that wasn't of the pre-Super Genesis Wave era. Those can vary from weird to disturbing depending on the writer. Some of the early Archie comics were weird. Anyways, back on topic. This is my favorite arc of the IDW Sonic comics because of the sheer existential dread it gave me. And there are some very high points on this arc. I could talk about them, each and every single one of them, on each and every single page. But I don't want to edit a 4-hour video read-through essay thing. Unless you folks want me to, of course. But for the sake of this video, I'll go over the ones that punch me in the honey nut filios the hardest. First and freaking foremost, how dare this comic frame the whole ordeal as if it were Sonic's fault, huh? I understand he freed Metal Sonic, who set all the pieces in motion, and yeah, maybe it was his fault just a tiny bit, but still, how dare them bash my boy, and on top of that, give him the virus, huh? The audacity, I can't believe it. They hit me where it hurts, man. Sonic slander left Twitter and kinda entered the comics for a bit. Even Cream, who's usually so nice with everyone, turned cold. Oh, Cream, that's another horrifying high point of this arc. Like, when Vanilla gets zombotified? Like, bro! It's just, I thought this was a kids series. See what I mean with this arc being too hardcore? They literally left Vanilla to die, and that was the logical thing to do. Oh my god! I remember at the time I was in an online class, and I was trying my absolute hardest not to look absolutely wrecked. Just imagine me screeching in my mind while trying not to cry. It was rough, man. And you know, I think that's the kicker for me. They all start to lose hope very slowly. And it's painful to see the cast of cheery cartoon animals that save the world on a weekly basis with the power of friendship lose hope. Even Sonic, like, he starts getting eye bags and looking tired, and like, that altered some chemistry in my brain, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and don't even get me started with Shadow. That hedgehog made me so mad, especially in this specific panel, on the issue he gets somebody-fied. Shadow, bro, I'm sorry, but it's what you deserve. What do you mean cowards run and you win? God damn! Hello folks, Editing Akari here. I had to cut that part out because it was just like 10 minutes of me complaining about Shadow's writing on this arc. He gets fixed on later issues, but that is just the one part I kinda dislike on this arc. With that TLDR out of the way, let's continue. On some last notes on this video, the references to Sonic and the Seven Rings and Unleashed were very nice. As well as the panel with the lyrics to Open Your Heart, this one, that was genius writing. Also, Tangle's sacrifice and Whisper's reaction will never not break my heart. The illustrators made such a phenomenal job on that, 10 out of 10. And the last high point, we got Super Silver again! Let's go! That made me very happy. My boy has only appeared in like Speed Battle and God forbid Sonic 06, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm pretty sure I'm not, so it's nice to see him back. Overall, this like whole arc of Sonic IDW is like one of my favorite storylines that has ever come out. It's just very good. And I know some people say it's too edgy or something like that it doesn't fit with Sonic, but I mean, it's a more mature turn to like a kid series, which in fact, to me, seeing a series such as Sonic, that in my opinion has sometimes been hindered by catering to kids too much, which let's be honest, Sonic is not just a kid series. Yes, it's like 90% of the fanbase, but not 100%. Seeing them tackle a more suspenseful and at times scary topics like these will never not be interesting. It's always very interesting to see kids media like tackle serious topics, but that's a ramble for another day. Like, I still have a lot more to say about this comic arc, to be honest, but I think for now that should be good. This video is getting way too long for my standards. Please let me know if you'd like me to talk about another Sonic IDW arc or anything in specific. I'm always open to suggestions. But with that being said, I have been Akari-san. I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye! Here's a brief... Empezando bien.